Okay, so now we will learn how to make questions in Spanish. In Spanish, whenever you make a question or an exclamation mark, you have to open it first and then close it. So the first thing we should do is put the Spanish keyboard. And if you don't know how to do that, you can check out some of my other videos where I teach you how to put the Spanish keyboard. So yeah, let's try it out. I choose Spanish from Latin America. So let's start with a question mark. So for this one, you basically have to click on the key next to the backspace key. So we just click once and that's how you open it. So yeah, this one is pretty simple. And if you want to close it, you hold Shift and then you press the one next to it. So the one on the right of number 0, and that's how you close it. So it's very simple. Open, close, open, close. And the same thing works for the exclamation mark. For this one, you first have to hold Shift and then press the key next to the backspace key. And that's how you open it. And in order to close it, you still hold Shift and you click on number 1. So number 1 is the same as in the English keyboard. So it's very simple. Hold Shift, click the backspace key, and click number 1. So that's very simple. Okay, so now let's learn how to make some questions. So the first word we have is ¿cómo? ¿Cómo? Which means how. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? How? ¿Cómo? How? And yeah, this one is very simple. The next one is ¿cuál? Which means which. ¿Cuál? Which. ¿Cuál? And you can also make it plural by adding es. So it becomes ¿cuáles? Which, but plural. ¿Cuáles? Which. ¿Cuáles? And the next one is ¿cuándo? Which means when. ¿Cuándo? When. ¿Cuándo? When. And the next one is ¿a dónde? Which means where to. ¿A dónde? Where to. ¿A dónde? So let's try one more time. ¿Cómo? How. ¿Cuál? Which, or ¿cuáles? Which, but plural. ¿Cuándo? When. ¿Cuándo? And ¿a dónde? Where to. ¿A dónde? So let's try some examples. You can say ¿cómo te llamas? Which means what's your name? Basically, how do you call yourself? So in Spanish, ¿cómo? Means how, but we can use it this way. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? It basically means how do you call yourself? And the next one is ¿cuál te gusta? Which means which one do you like? ¿Cuál te gusta? Which one do you like? ¿Cuál te gusta? And the next one is ¿cuándo vamos a la casa? When do we go home? ¿Cuándo vamos a la casa? ¿Cuándo? When? ¿Cuándo vamos a la casa? Then we have ¿a dónde vamos? Where are we going? ¿A dónde vamos? Where are we going? ¿A dónde? Where to? Where are we going to? ¿A dónde vamos? So then we have ¿cuánto? Which means how much. ¿Cuánto? And there's also a female version which is cuánta. So we use cuánto when we refer to something masculine and cuánta when it's something feminine. ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuánta? And if you want to make it plural, you can just add the letter S. ¿Cuántos? How much or how many? ¿Cuántos? Or cuántas? ¿Cuántas? And then we also have ¿dónde? Which means where. ¿Dónde? Where? ¿Dónde? And then we have ¿para qué? What for? ¿Para qué? What for? ¿Para qué? So let's try some examples. You can say ¿cuánto cuesta? How much is it? ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much is it? Or you can also say ¿cuántos? This one is plural with the letter S. ¿Cuántos hay? How many are there? ¿Cuántos hay? How many are there? ¿Cuántos? And the next one is ¿Dónde estamos? Which means where are we? ¿Dónde estamos? ¿Dónde? Where? And we also have ¿Para qué vamos? What are we going there for? ¿Para qué? What for? ¿Para qué vamos? What for are we going there? What are we going there for? And we also have ¿Por qué? Which means why. ¿Por qué? Why? ¿Por qué? You can also say ¿qué? Which means what? Or it also means which. ¿Qué? What? Or which? ¿Qué? Which? What or which? And then we also have ¿quién? Which means who. ¿Quién? Who? ¿Quién? And let's try some examples. We can say ¿Por qué comes una manzana? Why do you eat an apple? ¿Por qué comes una manzana? Why do you eat an apple? And we can also say ¿Qué haces? What are you doing? ¿Qué haces? What are you doing? And we also have ¿Quién es él? Who is he? ¿Quién? Who? ¿Quién es él? Who is he? ¿Quién es? Who is it? ¿Quién es él? Who is he? So these are some of the most common words that you will use for making questions in Spanish. But just remember to open the question mark and then close the question mark. So that's it for this one, and thanks for watching. This video is sponsored by myself. If you want to learn Spanish from a beginner level to advanced, check out my online video course. You can find the link in the description.